Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Birkenstock. Welcome back as we continue to explore Skin Genius Skin DNA and the processes how it can serve you to help you quit wasting money on lotions, potions, and serums that are absolutely no good for you and can even damage your skin. What do we mean by that? Well, when we go to the grocery store or the department store, we are absolutely bombarded with lotions, creams, serum, vitamin A, coenzyme Q, a myriad of things, some made with olive oil, some made with tea tree oil. And what we don't know is which exactly of these products are good for us, because they're not specifically good for everyone. What we know now in this current day and age is that we, by a process of swabbing, a simple test, easy as 1, 2, 3, we swab your oral mucosa of your mouth. We're able to obtain your genetic DNA profile, which tells us about the exact 5 gene categories of your skin. What these gene categories do is allow us to customize a program of specialized serums, topicals that are specifically geared to improve your specific skin weaknesses. Why waste money on skin products? Say, for example, you didn't need vitamin C because your vitamin C genes that support inflammation were perfectly fine. Well, then that money would better be spent on maybe another genetic sequence where you weren't so strong. Today, we're going to specifically focus on Category 2. Category 2 is about glycation. Glycation simply means the over-sugaring or the deterioration of our collagen and elastin fibers, which are the functional supportive network for our skin, and break down the skin, causing creepiness and wrinkling and rosacea. Category 1, as you may or may not remember, was about elasticity and firmness. We began with that, and we will repeat that at the end of our series. We will redo it live, as we did have some technical difficulties when we tried to present that one. However, we're going to move forward now to Category 2, and all of these will be available on our website at the end of the total series. So our website page is Skin Body Health slash Skin DNA. Skin Body Health slash Skin DNA. That's the landing page where you can sort of read more about these categories and find out how easy it is. Step 1, 2, 3. Swab, send it into us for an analysis, get a customized report, and then have a personal consultation with me, either in person or by Zoom or Skype, where we can discuss what specific procedures based on your skin gene weaknesses that we would recommend for you. What lotions, what serums, what procedures, and what supplements and foods that are best geared for your genetic weaknesses. Going back to glycation, glycation has been described as sort of a caramelization of the skin from the inside out. Caramelization would be similar to when you're cooking onions on a stove and they start out bright white or bright yellow and stiff. And as you caramelize them down over the oven fire, they become clear and mushy and they lose their supportive structures. That's called caramelization. Well, this same process can happen by caramelization when our body's genetic code, specifically gene 1q31, if that's one of your structural gene weaknesses, then we need to support this because you're going to caramelize your skin prematurely, which means you're going to get that excess wrinkling and you're going to lose sort of the healthy collagen fibers and come back with stiffened cross-linked collagen fibers, and that's due to glycation or an excess of sugar. We all know we need a certain amount of sugar to live. Our body's cellular processes live off of sugar processes. It's when these sugar processes are overloaded, either by a very unhealthy lifestyle or by having a genetic weakness in the 1q31 gene, that's when we would specifically gear your procedures, treatment protocols, supplements, and topicals to something that's going to support that gene 1q31 or the glycation or excess sugar gene. When we look at skin, we always can see a aging or wrinkling and sometimes a lot of creepiness. What we can't see is exactly what genetic codes are going on that's causing that, because it can be a multitude. So when we have those stiffened cross-linked collagen fibers that are due to glycation, we say to ourselves, well, what can we do to reverse some of these hands of time? And what we can do to reverse some of those hands of time are processes like BBL, IPL, broadband light. That's a laser light energy, sometimes called the lunchtime photofacial. And it's really pain-free, especially when someone uses a little bit of numbing cream. When it's done light, you absolutely have no downtime and just a little peachy pinky for a few hours. We can go through a deeper level of BBL and IPL, and then you might have some overnight or even a few days downtime, depending on if you and your physician have discussed going deeper with that process. Another wonderful treatment for glycation type skin is the Subnovi Plasma Pen. Subnovi Plasma Pen is a new arc of type of energy. It's a handheld laser, but nonetheless a very important and strong laser. And let me tell you exactly how that works. So we all know about the general states of matter: solid, liquid, gas. Some of you may not be familiar with the fourth general state of matter, and that's plasma. Plasma can be likened to a lightning bolt. So it's a lightning bolt or an arc of energy that we come toward the face with. We don't even touch the skin. We are millimeters above the skin, and that arc shoots out a lightning bolt, for lack of better terms, plasma lightning bolt into the skin. The Subnovi brand in particular is the new state-of-the-art one. We're about the fifth Physicians Med Spa complex, our offices in New Orleans and Mandeville, that have this new technology. There are other plasma pens in the market, and they can kind of come out torch-like or non-reproducible results. Might work very well on a certain subset of people and not so well on another subset, or even burn a third subset. Not so with the Subnovi. With the Subnovi, that plasma energy is going deeper and wider, and when it goes deep and wide and contracts, you're getting an extreme tightening of the skin, sometimes compared to plastic surgery. So very, very deep penetration, and the repairs with the Subnovi are absolutely remarkable. So if you had a crepey or a loss of elasticity in your skin tone caused by the glycation or any other process, this would be a wonderful treatment protocol for you. In addition to that, there's the radio frequency microneedling laser. Plain microneedling is completely different than a radio frequency microneedling laser. With this, you're getting an impact of 25 gold-plated needles. Sounds harsh, but it really isn't. They're in a protective covering, and they gently embed themselves into the very top layers of the skin. And that epidermis is tightened and pulled back, and the results are outstanding. When you combine BBL IPL and the Subnovi Plasma and radiofrequency microneedling, then you've got yourself a magnificent synergistic home run for any glycation problems: creepiness, wrinkling, loss of elasticity in the skin. And these procedures aren't just made for the face, although that's a great place to start. They can also be done on the neck, décolleté area, basically arms, legs, abdomen. Some ladies get a lot of stretch from having children or other procedures on the abdomen, and it's wonderful for every area of the body. Going on now to supplements. What supplements would be good for me if I had a glycation gene 1q31 problem? Well, it would be supplements that would support either sugar non-absorption, we don't want to absorb all that sugar, or things that promote a rebirth of the collagen elastic fibers, and anti-inflammatories. So in this category, Collagen Supreme. Collagen is always recommended basically for any skin type, but absolutely positively for glycation skin types, where glycation is the weakness, because the collagen goes into the fiber network and helps the skin rebuild collagen at a faster and quicker pace. And if you've got the glycation gene weakness, that's not going to be something you're able to do on your own. Thus, when you begin to see the creepiness and the elasticity. So, does everybody wait to do the Skin Genius DNA test until their skin ages? No, absolutely not. We're seeing a lot of younger people, 25 to 35 and such, who want to stay ahead of the game, find out where their genetic weaknesses are, and support them accordingly. So the second supplement we would recommend, in addition to the collagen for the face, would be Omega Pure. Omega Pure is a very, very high EPA count. And EPA is the active ingredient that makes fish oil work. You can get your garden variety fish oils at one of the local vitamin stores or grocery stores or even pharmacies. However, if they do not have a magnificent amount of high grade, medical grade EPA and in a high milligram amount, then it's almost accustomed to drinking motor oil, and you're not really going to support your brain health and your skin health. R-Lipoic Complex, Sugar Smart, and Chromium Calm. These three that I mentioned are supplements that support the non-absorption of sugar. So even though you may be eating a lot of sugar or not processing properly because you've got a weakness in the glycation gene, by taking things that are almost a sugar blocker of sorts, you're going to promote the body's ability to digest the sugar faster. So if the sugar is not floating around and there's not an excess sugar available, it can't break down the collagen and elastic matrix in the skin. What foods might be beneficial for somebody who's got a glycation weakness? Well, those would be foods that are collagen rebuilders. So things like oranges or magnificent, blueberries, low in sugar, wonderful antioxidant. Kombucha. Kombucha is a fermented product, and kombucha is a fermented product, and that product blocks some of the sugar and glycation process and helps you rebuild collagen and elastin fibers naturally. We absolutely want to avoid junk foods if you've got a glycation issue for your skin. And the white foods are bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, and sugar. Those 5 main evil food groups, and they're all white, are deteriorating to the skin. In addition to that, you want to stay away and clear from your junk carbohydrates. So that's a lot of things in the box. Crackers, cookies, chips, and muffins are alike. So just because they call it an oatmeal bran muffin doesn't mean it's healthy for you, especially if it's loaded with excess sugars. And white flour, so not good things to do. When we talk about what topicals would be beneficial for someone with a glycation or sugar metabolizing issue in that 1q31 gene, we would want to recommend a moisturizer with ceramides like Satin Seal. So Satin Seal is a clear moisturizer. Any moisturizer that's good for your skin, you can see right through the bottle because it doesn't have a bunch of fillers, chemicals, and preservatives that are harmful to your skin. Great for the makeup companies. Keep their product on the shelf for 3 to 5 years, but harmful to your skin. So the ceramides really do promote and enhance the moisturizing of the skin from the inside out, as well as blocking some of that sugar-causing breakdown. Bioidentical epidermal growth factors are another product that would be very, very good for someone with a glycation issue. The growth factors help rebuild, re-enlighten the collagen and the elastin in the epidermal or top skin layer of the tissue. In addition, you would want something that would turn over and help turn over those dead collagen cells and enhance the skin to remake good new collagen cells. And that would be an alpha glycolic exfoliant product. Alpha glycolic is absolutely wonderful to help shed old deteriorated skin and help rebuild and renew skin. And my favorite product, this is good for any skin type, is Voodoo DNA Cream. And we kind of named it that specifically because we're from New Orleans. But the Voodoo DNA Cream has DNA rebuilding and telomere enhancing proteins in it, so that the skin puts its best foot forward to stay young, stay healthy, and rebuild itself on time. So with the Skin DNA program, again, it's a simple swab, simple as 1, 2, 3. Swab, mail the kit back to us. We perform the report on all 15 of your main skin genes, and then we have a customized report that we will go over an hour with you and help to tell you exactly what procedures, exactly what supplements, what foods, and what topical creams and serums that are best for your skin and your skin tone. If you go to our website, skinbodyhealth.com/skindna. What you'll see there are the absolute tools, the keys to keeping your skin young. We normally charge $9.99 for this service, but during this rejuvenation revival that we're going on now this summer, we're going to mark that down to $4.99. Anyone that wants to call in the next hour, we're going to have an additional $50 discount down to $400. But that's only for the first hour after this webinar presentation. Our number is 561-568-0739. You can call or text 561-568-0739. Otherwise, you can answer us on our website page, skinbodyhealth.com. We'll open the floor for any questions that may come up. Yes, that's a great question. Does the caramelization of the skin just create creepiness? No. It decreases the elasticity, so you can see a dragging of the skin. You can see hollowed out eye cavities or bulges or droopiness in the under eye pads. You can also see a dryness or an eczema start to come through because of this process. It's very, very drying to the skin when those outer layers are damaged. Skin laxity, as I said, sort of the drooping, as well as rosacea. So rosacea doesn't just come from inflammation, which is another cause of rosacea. It's also caused from a glycation issue.
Mr. Terry says, I need some moisturizer for my face similar to that of RD. It has always worked decently for me. What would you recommend?
Well, I would recommend, if this particular issue were your problem, I would recommend a product with ceramides, but that had no color. So you want to be able to see through it as clear as if you were seeing through water. And that you always want to check the label to make sure there's no alcohols in your skincare product line as much as possible, especially in the moisturizer category. There are many moisturizers that are found at the local grocery stores and pharmacies that when you turn it, it feels good when you first go on, but it almost feels like your skin is even drier after its products on your face for a while. And that's because there's alcohol-based products in that lotion, which again keep it stabilized for a longer period of time. And it doesn't have to say the word alcohol. There are a lot of chemicals that end in OL, and chemicals that end in the letters OL, like alcohol, or another molecular form of a different type of alcohol. In young skin, we know that our dermal epidermal junctions have the appearance of high mountains. What happens when our collagen and elastic fibers are broken down is those mountains shrink. And when the mountain shrinks, we begin to see a pillowing or a crisscross hatching of the skin. And that's when the glycation process is absolutely interrupted. Yeah, that's another great question. Yes, that was for my last talk. So we must remember, in addition to all the customized things that we do for our skin, we must remember a few certain basics. Always wash your skin with a mild cleanser morning and evening. Always, without fail, put on sunscreen every day. And that sunscreen should be a sunscreen that is made with either titanium or zinc or both. All of the other sunscreens that have the octreonides and many other forms, hexapeptides, parabens, so on and so forth, are very damaging to the skin, and the current research shows that they may even cause cancer. So just because you don't turn red doesn't mean you're protected either from the skin cancer rays and or from the skin damaging or skin aging rays. So the only two products that absolutely protect the skin from aging and from getting cancer in or from the sun or the radio x-rays that are out there is zinc or titanium. So make sure those are in your skincare sunscreen lines.
What types of sunscreens do I know exactly have the zinc? If they have zinc oxide or zinc dioxide, what are the differences?
Yeah, so zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, those are the two complete molecular names. And they will be, if you turn the bottle around, they will be on the active ingredients and they will actually tell you the percentage. And it doesn't really matter if it's at 8% or 10%, as far as the amount of titanium and zinc. Titanium or zinc is fine as well. But you want to make sure one or the other or both is in your product, and minimum of SPF of 29. So any of our skincare product line is found on the website skinbodyhealth.com. And we have our online store there. Or you're welcome to come to either of our 2 locations. In New Orleans, we're at 6600 Fleur de Lis in Lakeview. In Mandeville, we're at 2040 North Causeway Boulevard in Mandeville, Louisiana. Or we can ship it to anywhere across the country from our website, skinbodyhealth.com. Yes, I still do go to Clearwater. Thank you for the question. I still do go to Clearwater at least once a month, and I do some seminars, symposiums, and Botox extravaganzas there. We do bring our products when we go there as well.
So avobenzone is bad?
Avobenzone is bad. That's another one of those ingredients that will block you from getting red, but the school is still out on whether or not they're going to be found to cause cancer. The nanoparticles we know are getting into the skin and may be affecting our endocrine system, as well as not blocking some of the potentially very, very harmful rays. Okay, well, I thank you so much for your attention today. Today we were talking about glycation category 2. Next time we'll be talking about melanin, pigmentation, and the sun. That'll be category 3. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at the same time.